Hello, this is World University and Schools news and question and answer on Monday, October 3rd, 2022 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. I think it's 7:30 p.m. India Standard Time, and it might be 3 p.m. in the afternoon Universal Coordinated Time, GMT 2. So as we wait to see if people will join us, and I'm glad to say potentially a colleague, Frederick Kayat from Lebanon, and who is a Carnegie Mellon University student via Switzerland, French-speaking Switzerland, may join us in the upcoming WUaS news and Q&A, possibly on October 10th or on October 17th, for a conversation potentially about Arabic language, World University and School, possibly in all 26 or 27 countries with Arabic as an official language out of 200 countries, roughly, or about Lebanon, World University and School. So please stay tuned. Possibly also another colleague, Stefan Owen, trumpet graduate student at Carnegie Mellon University, may join us to talk about trumpet at the World University and School Music School, or just riffing about some of these ideas. Please stay tuned. So today I'd like to share with you, as we continue to wait to see if people will join us, some very big ideas about World University and School being potentially incubated by Google AI, and at Bakery Square in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is something the WUaS News and Question and Answers have explored over the past 3 weeks or so. And you can see some of those YouTube recordings at youtube.com/Scott McLeod World University. But the ideas I'd like to share with you in particular are, one, from a World University and School perspective, incubate World University and School by Google at Bakery Square for 1 year for one CC-4 OCW.MIT.EDU centric free degrees with CC-4 computer science, CS first with Google at World University and School, with WUaS Google Education for Middle States Commission on Higher Education WUaS accreditation. And secondly, in a realistic virtual Earth for robotics in Google Street View with Time Slider. So that's the first big idea I'd like to share with you, of 6 big ideas this morning in this 10/3/22 WUaS News and Question and Answer. The second big idea comes from the perspective of the WUaS Press, an academic press at World University and School, planning to offer machine learning translation between all 7,151 known living languages to books printed on paper and books printed or published in a new digital format, potentially Google Street View with Time Slider, Maps, Earth, TensorFlow, AI informed. So the second big idea, these are all on Twitter, is incubate the WUaS Press, WUaS Educational Services Stores by Google at Bakery Square in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, for one as World University and School is an authorized carrier of 3 Lego robotics kits. And with TensorStore and WUAS robot stores, and in a realistic virtual Earth for Lego robotics in Google Street View with Time Slider. And 2, incubate WUS Press as an academic press in 7K languages in GDocs, Google Docs with Google Translate out of Google at Bakery Square in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Google translates in, I think, 133 languages, and World University and School seeks to be in 7,151 known living languages. So that leaves about 6,800 languages, a little more, I think, to grow into in the WUAS Press. The third idea I'd like to share with you this morning emerges from the Harbin book Twitter feed. And here is a bookmark from the first book in the academic press at World University and School, Naked Harbin Ethnography. It's also my first book. It's a very large book, and it's an ethnographic interpretation of Harbin Hot Springs since about 1972 with a physical digital focus. And the big idea I'd like to share with you here, or 2 big ideas, are incubate at Harbin Book a physical digital and physical Harbin simulacra or replica, and a realistic virtual Harbin, so a virtual Harbin, for WUAS ethnography and for field site generation with Google at Bakery Square. Field site generation would include STEM field sites for archaeology, for atmospheric science, for geology, for sociology, for chemistry, physics, etc., all in a realistic virtual Earth, realistic virtual Harbin for STEM. So one for soaking, virtual soaking, and also hanging out physically in this physical Harbin simulacra at Bakery Square, potentially in one of the buildings there, and hanging out virtually, potentially behind your REI glacier glasses from your bathtub. And secondly, in Street View with Time Slider, with Ethno-Wiki Virtual World Graphy, a new social theory and method. I'm developing ethnography and interpretive practice, wiki, like Wikipedia, meaning quick in Hawaiian, virtual world, such as Google Street View with Time Slider or World of Warcraft, and where we could all add resources, pictures of Harbin, videos of Harbin, robotics, coding, Harbin related in this instance, but anywhere in the world for other field sites, and also for WUAS VR, World University and School of Virtual Reality. Again, possibly in the back of a pair of glasses, or in a multimedia room, such as in your home, in your living room, with 8 cameras in the room and holograms and things like that. Stay tuned. The fourth big idea, also on Twitter, in all of World University and School's 6 Twitter feeds, and at SGKMACLEOD, which is the languages World University and School Twitter feed. The fourth big idea I'd like to share with you here in this WUAS News and Question and Answer on Monday, 10/3/22, is regarding languages, incubate World University and School in 200 countries' main languages at SGK-MAC-LEOD, and in all 7,000 languages at the World University and School Press, at Google, at Bakery Square. One, for free to students, CC-4 OCW.MIT.EDU centric degrees, such as in the main languages in all 200 countries. And two, especially with avatar bots, WUAS avatar bots. So little Pegman in Google Street View grows big, could become an electronic medical record too, an avatar bot electronic medical record. So WUAS avatar bots as speakers of 7,000 languages in the WUAS metaverse, in the metaverse, with G-Translate, Google Translate. So the fifth big idea I'd like to share with you, and again, it's with this question of World University and School being incubated by Google at Bakery Square in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, has to do with the Open Band Twitter feed, which is for music and potentially real-time music over the internet. There's a slight Scottish bagpiping music focus at the Open Band Twitter feed, but it's also for World University and School's music school, the World University and Music School, planned for all musical instruments, each a wiki subject page or a wiki school in all 7,000 languages. A ginormous idea that artificial intelligence and machine learning will help with, I think. So the fifth big idea I'd like to share with you is incubate at the Open Band at Google in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Bakery Square. Incubate the Open Band for real-time music making and the all instruments World University Music School in all 7,000 languages and at World University and School in 200 countries. And importantly, with WUAS data centers, also in all 200 countries, which would be iterating for speed too. So toward real-time music making. And at Google at Bakery Square, and for free to students, WUAS degrees in music. So bachelor's degrees, potentially in musical performance, potentially PhD degrees as well, all online from home, and studying out of the Open Band or at World University Music School, incubated possibly by Google at Bakery Square in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And the sixth and last item, big idea I'd like to share with you relating to my Twitter feed at SCOTTMACLEOD has to do with all people on the planet, 7.9 billion people, and free universal education, which World University and School offers. So on the one hand, free CC-4 OCW.MIT.EDU degrees in all 200 countries and in their main languages, bachelor, PhD, law, medicine, and Ivy High School. And encoding for all people on the planet, possibly to end poverty, with distributing a single main cryptocurrency like Stanford MinePi, cryptocurrency coins, accessible through one's smartphone. So the sixth big idea is World University and School incubation with Google AI, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. One, for CC-4 OCW.MIT.EDU centric free universal education degrees and wiki schools, two. And two, for 7.9 billion people at the World University wiki subject page for Thirdly, MindPi, Stanford MindPi, which you can get freely with this invitation code, SGKMAC. Go to MINEPI.com/SGKMAC, download the app, and start mining free money daily, every 24 hours, by clicking 2 buttons, taking less than 5 seconds on your smartphone with this invitation code, SGKMAC. And fourth, in this last big idea is planning for all people, all 7.9 billion people on the planet, for a realistic virtual Earth for genetics. So everyone's genome, everyone's potentially genomic information in avatar bot electronic medical records that we would be able to connect with Google Street View with Time Slider, Maps Earth, TensorFlow AI, TensorStore, Google Translate, and for research, and particularly research around aging reversal. So how could we connect these genetics data with the time slider function in Google Street View? And also for WUAS longevity genetics. So could we connect this realistic virtual Earth for genetics with your avatar bot electronic medical record at the molecular and cellular levels for aging reversal in such a way that we connected the molecules in your body with this time slider function to affect the cells in your body, in your avatar bot electronic medical record, with this time slider function, and to facilitate further aging reversal research and longevity genetics research, potentially to live beyond 122 years of age, possibly, exploratorily, and regarding science, informed by the research also of George Church, Harvard and MIT professor of genetics at the Harvard Medical School. So that's the news I'd like to share with you today. We may have more people joining us in upcoming weeks by invitation. Here is the new outreach material that World University and School has recently put on paper again. worlduniversityandschool.org for free CC-4 OCW.MIT.EDU centric degrees online, and wiki schools for open teaching and learning. 2 Twitter feeds, twitter.com/WORLD UNIVANDSCH, and the academic press, twitter.com/WUAS press, and also with the educational services store beginning URL, the academic press.htm, with bookstores and robotic stores, online and physically eventually, and even with distribution. So maybe in the new upcoming vans in the United States, the Toyota ProAce camping van with electric, and also with as autonomous vehicles that might facilitate also humanoid robotics within these Toyota ProAce vans. So 2 autonomous systems, the van itself as an autonomous system, and the humanoid robot, such as the THR3, all for potentially delivery of and 4, the World University and School WUAS Corp Educational Services Store in all 200 countries. This is momentous to put further outreach material on paper for World University and School after some years, and thanks to potentially the CC-4 aspect of OCW.MIT.EDU centricity for free degrees. Stay tuned. meeting@worlduniversityandschool.org is the email address if you would like to matriculate as an undergraduate student for free to students' bachelor's degrees beginning January 2023. And worlduniversityandschool.org is the domain address, the URL for World University and School presently, with our some 42 majors, possibly for bachelor and PhD degrees that emerge out of CC-4 OCW.MIT.EDU. And also check out World University and School at YouTube. youtube.com/Scott McLeod World University is one, which has recent WUAS news and question and answers posted to it. And another youtube.com/WORLD UNIV has other recent WUAS news and question and answers posted to it. Stay tuned with the 6 Twitter feeds at World University and School, including twitter.com/WORLD UNIV and twitter.com/WUAS PRESS. See you next week, 10/10/22, here at the WS News and Question and Answer at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Until then, all the best. Happy studying, happy learning, how to create online degrees and wiki learning opportunities and teaching opportunities where you can teach that are flourishing, that rock and roll in brand new ways, learning-wise. Till next week, bye for now.